Hello, everyone, and welcome back. In our last class, we just began to peek into the incredible world of the cell. Today, we're going much, much deeper. And why? Because understanding this microscopic universe isn't just extra information. It's the absolute bedrock of everything we do in neurotherapy. This is what turns our work from a simple technique into a powerful science of healing. So, here's our plan for today. We'll start with the big why. Why do we even need to bother with cells? Then, we'll take a little tour of all the machinery inside. We'll look at the cell's life cycle. And then, and this is the most important part, we'll connect all of that directly to the neurotherapy treatments you're learning. We'll wrap up by really cementing this idea that all healing starts at the cellular level. All right, let's jump right into that first big question. Why are we so obsessed with something we can't even see? Well, it's simple. Every single thing that happens in the body, every movement, every thought, every illness, it all begins and ends right here, inside this tiny, microscopic arena. Think about it. Every treatment we give, whether it's a simple point like one para, or something more complex like one pituitary, it's not just working on the skin or the muscles. No, it's sending a very specific message, a signal deep into the body, talking directly to the cells. Our job, really, is to be expert communicators with these cells, giving them the exact instructions they need to fix themselves and bring the body back into balance. Okay, so let's take that tour. Imagine we could shrink down and step inside a single cell. It's not just an empty bag of goo, it's a bustling city. And just like our bodies have organs like the heart and lungs, a cell has tiny organs called organelles. Each one has a very specific, very important job to do. Let's get to know the key players. So the first thing you'd encounter is the cell membrane. You can think of it as a very smart security guard or a gatekeeper. It's not just a wall. It's a sophisticated barrier that checks everything trying to get in or out. It decides which nutrients get a pass, which hormones are allowed entry, and which waste products need to be kicked out. It's all about protecting that precious internal environment. Right at the center of it all, you'll find the nucleus. This is the command center, the brain of the whole operation. It holds the DNA, which is basically the master blueprint for everything the cell is and does. Every single order, to grow, to make something, to divide, it all comes from the nucleus. Next up, we have the mitochondria. You've probably heard them called the powerhouses of the cell, and that's exactly what they are. Their job is to create energy, a molecule called ATP that fuels everything else. Now, this is so important for us clinically. When a patient tells you they feel weak, tired, just completely drained of energy, what should pop into your head? It could absolutely be a problem with the mitochondria in their cells not doing their job. Then you've got the ribosomes. These are the little protein factories working 24/7. Proteins are the building blocks for literally everything. So if the ribosomes aren't working right, the cell can't build or repair itself. The whole operation just grinds to a halt. They are absolutely essential. With all this stuff being made, how does the cell keep it all organized? Well, that's the job of the Golgi apparatus. The best way to think of it is as the cell's post office, or maybe a modern fulfillment center. It takes the proteins and fats, puts the finishing touches on them, sorts them, packages them up, and addresses them so they get delivered to the exact right place. It's an amazing logistics system. And finally, for our tour, let's talk about the lysosomes. Now, I want you to pay close attention here because you'll hear us talk about these a lot in neurotherapy. These are the cell's sanitation and recycling crew. They're filled with powerful enzymes that just dissolve waste, break down old parts, and destroy any invading bacteria. This cleanup job is vital for a healthy cell, and many of our treatments are aimed directly at making sure the lysosomes are working perfectly. You see, cells aren't just static little things. They're alive. They're constantly changing and responding to what's happening around them. They grow, they divide, and yes, eventually, they die. Understanding this whole life cycle is how we understand the difference between a healthy body and a diseased one. Here are a few key terms you'll need to know. Hypertrophy, that's when cells get bigger, like a bodybuilder's muscles. Hyperplasia is when you get more cells. Then you have atrophy, which is the opposite. The cells shrink, like when a muscle isn't used. And finally, there's dysplasia. This is when the cells start growing abnormally, in a disorganized way. And that one is a red flag, because it can sometimes be a step on the road to cancer. Now, believe it or not, cell death isn't always a bad thing. There are two very different kinds. On one side, you have necrosis. This is the messy, ugly kind of cell death caused by an injury or a disease like avascular necrosis. It creates a lot of inflammation and damages the cells around it. But then you have apoptosis. This is programmed cell death. It's a clean, quiet, and orderly process the body uses to get rid of old cells. It's a healthy, necessary part of life. Okay, so this is where the rubber meets the road. We've talked about all this theory, but how does it connect to what we actually do in the clinic? This is the beauty of neurotherapy. Our treatments are designed to speak the language of the cell, to target these processes with incredible precision. Let me give you some concrete examples. When we give a one-pituitary treatment, what are we really doing? We're sending a signal straight to the mitochondria, telling them to ramp up energy production. When we use the one-parapoint, we're waking up those lysosomes to start cleaning house and telling the Golgi to get its packages sorted. A treatment like 1-thyroid-P helps with regeneration by supporting the nucleus, and 6-ADR directly influences the nerve signals that let cells talk to each other. See, we're not just pressing points, we're directing the internal machinery of the cell. As we start to wrap up, I really want you to grab onto this one central idea. Real, deep, lasting healing isn't something that happens on the surface. It happens at the cellular level. If you want to fix the body, you have to help the cell first. So, what are the big takeaways today? First, remember that at the end of the day, everything the body does is done by cells. Second, our therapy is specifically designed to get in there and influence that cellular machinery. Third, and this is crucial, that's why we always talk about the digestive system. It's the supply chain that brings the raw materials to the cells. When you really get this, you stop just chasing symptoms. You start treating the true root cause of disease, right where it began. And I want to leave you with this final thought. Please burn this into your mind. Every big change in the body, whether it is the beginning of a disease or the start of a miraculous recovery, it always starts at the cellular level. When you master this, you master the art of healing. I hope this session has deepened your understanding. For anyone watching who is dealing with an illness and would like to explore these principles through a consultation, please feel free to contact Santulan Holistic Solutions, which was founded by Vishal Gupta. All the details you need are right there on the screen. And of course, to continue building your knowledge with more lessons like this one, I invite you to subscribe to the Santulan Holistic Solutions YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your time and your focus today. Jai Guruji.